Being skinny after starting to train and eat more for a certain period of time is the problem that I used to have. Particularly, I have been training for roughly 3 years and I thought I was eating a lot, but eventually I just found myself still at the exact same physique. And so in this video, I'm gonna explain the 3 real reasons for it and how I fixed that to get from 55 to more than 70 kilograms, so that you would know what's properly keeping you stuck as well and start to get it right. If you don't know who I am, my name is Bách Đỗ. I help guys gain weight and strength, becoming bigger and stronger. The very first reason is that I was ignorant. I knew nothing. I didn't even know how to learn properly. I was taking advices from people who hadn't got the life that I wanted. Basically, same condition but same behavior. And you are probably making that same shitty mistake as well. Intelligence level is assessed based on how fast we change our behaviors under the same condition. And so sometimes I wasn't that smart, aka I was dumb as fuck, especially regarding training with pain or injuries. For example, I had once a pain in the left rear delt by doing advanced tuck front lever, and it would go away after several days of rest, not doing that shit anymore. However, when it comes to the abs day, as far as I can remember, I did that shit again. And so, same pain again. And after that, it will go away for several days of rest and just repeat that cycle over and over again until I found out that shit. And so I just changed the behavior by not doing that shit anymore. And guess what? I got no fucking pain in the left rear delt. Crazy. When you have to watch this kind of video and my channel in general, not for fun purpose but educational one, to get more information and get better for yourself, how are you gonna be in the next 2 to 5 years with the current set of knowledge? You would be in the same fucking place, skinny and weak, if you do not change your input. So how are you supposed to get some different output? When we are ignorant, which is okay because everyone all started from this, we still gotta learn, bro. So from my own experiences, for learning sources, I have learned from people who are above me, who got what I want. At least they have overcome the similar struggles I have been facing. And in this case, those are bigger and stronger guys who started out as a skinny and weak guy, and they overcame that shit, just like you and me, bro. Another important criteria that I want to mention is the same style regarding training but also diet. For instance, I was taking training advices from Jeff Nippard, Sam Sulek, CBum, Dr. Mike, and I can tell you most of them get injected with steroids, and they are competitive bodybuilders who just train specifically for size. Okay, they prioritize mass, not strength in general, even though they are stronger than me. Of course, they have been training for fucking years. But then I noticed that shit, so I switched over to Eric Bugenhagen and Ian Barsigo, some other guys as well, and they are natty guys, or at least they have the things. They possess all the criteria that I did mention above. They started out as a skinny and weak guy, and they are here thanks to their knowledge and experience. And their training style is the same as me, not unlike that of those guys beforehand, because they were training with machines and cables, really pretty much. I don't like it. So I would rather this. One tip here is to be the best student they have ever got, even though you are not actually their student by signing up for their courses or classes or their programs. Just be their best student by following their advices. as best as possible. At least they know something that both of us, we do not know. Okay? Right after getting the information, even if not fully, just start to apply them ASAP to get accustomed to those, to the information, to the knowledge, to get to know the context, whether they actually work or not. If just spam them. If not, avoid and keep learning until we find out, or you find out, what works for you. That's how I got it. And that is actually the biggest reason that I started out by training daily, every single day. From the time when I was doing home workout until when I got to the gym, I was still training every single day for the first 5 to 6 months to find out what would work for me. And also I get to learn about the gym as well, some other stuff besides that. Okay? The second reason is that I was lazy. Now, I can say that most people, they already know what to do. You, for example, you already know what to do in order to gain weight, to get bigger, by eating more, okay? Of course, healthy. Also training harder. That's fucking it. Have you done it? Or if you do not know those actions, there's one thing that you know how to do, is to look that information up. Have you done that shit? And I guarantee that people out there, most of them would know what to do as well. They are just a lazy piece of shit. Just go on fucking Google and see how to gain weight. How can I gain weight with this kind of physique, with this kind of position? One of my old clients, he worked with me, and recently I asked him how he had been doing, and he said that if I was disciplined like you, I would already get to 70 kilograms. Basically, what he meant there is that his weight was still fluctuating around 64 kg, and maybe even below that shit, since the last week in our coaching program, period. Even though he knows, okay, not he knew, but he knows he has to follow the plan consistently, but he cannot do it. He was just fucking around with his girlfriend, and he stays up late, and so many more other reasons that are not related to this shit. I can tell that he wasn't taking this seriously, and many people out there as well. They do not take the goal seriously. They have too many goals. When I ask my clients about their goals to see how they organize their days, or daily life in general, and most of them mentioned a lot of goals like study, work, fitness, music, games, social life, etc. I was like, what the fuck? Even though weight gain is their third or fourth goal, they still prioritize things after it to do before that main one here is weight gain. How can I know it? Well, because they told me they were gonna skip today's workout and the meals, and they are the fucking reasons. Oh, I had to hang out with my friends. Oh, yesterday I was staying up late for this, for that, so I cannot work out today, bro. You just do not want it bad enough, just like them. You are just saying this shit to satisfy your ego. It is like mental masturbation. Nothing else than that. Another thing is that people are not accountable. Not only them are they not responsible for their fitness goal, but also there's no one holding them accountable. As I said before, some old clients of mine get stuck at the same weight since the last check-in, since our last week in the coaching program, because They got no one to hold them accountable. And they might give me the reason that, oh, I'm satisfied with this. So the solutions for this, and here is the solution for those who still desire to improve the situation of them, because there are a lot of work to do, and there's so much pain in their mind. And if you are not one of them, I cannot help you, okay? Just get out of this. Motivation. This shit stems from deprivation. If you are hungry, you will be motivated to eat. If you are skinny and weak as fuck, and you don't want this situation to happen anymore, you will be so motivated to train hard and eat more and get your life together. That's it. So you gotta put yourself in an environment where there's no other choices but to grow, getting bigger and stronger. That's what I have been doing by consuming so much fitness content, especially weight gain content, bonking content. I went to the gym every single day to see how skinny and weak guys, or how skinny and weak I was compared to other guys who were bigger and stronger than me, to get motivated, to get stimulated to do the work. I got deprived and I got so angry because I was about to lose. I felt really below and, what is the fucking word here? Subordinate. Yeah. So I was really motivated to be disciplined by doing the hard work, especially when I don't feel like it. That's it. And in terms of accountability, I have somebody hold me accountable. For example, by posting these kind of videos on YouTube, on Facebook, etc., people, the audience who have seen all of these things that I have posted, I will be held accountable really easily. Also, I invested in people's program, like some coaches, some mentors, or communities, when I would have some peer-to-peer holding me accountable as well. You can do the same thing to be like that, okay? Lastly, I was arrogant. I was too arrogant to admit not knowing anything and not knowing how to learn. Also, I was too arrogant to admit being lazy. And there are people out there doing the same thing as well, okay? There was one guy signing up to get coaching from me, and we all agreed during the first ever call to make sure we are going to do this together. And so after that, I made the plan, okay? And he texted me back, I want to train with my own method. I do not think this I would vibe with your style. Basically, he was talking to me, so thank you, and so on and so forth. But this doesn't work for me. That's what he meant. Wow, that his own style wasn't working for him at that point, and mine has worked for not only me but also other people, and I was stronger than him. So how could he say that shit? Because he was too arrogant. That's fucking it. Myself, I made the same mistake too. I thought I was eating much enough, but I still wasn't gaining any weight. And so eating much enough was bullshit to me, okay? For example, at the time that I had to study the fucking National Defense Education subject for the university at a place further away from my home, so I had to eat there, okay? I thought that I was eating enough because I was one of the last few guys to finish his meals at the end of every single dining sessions, like twice per day there, in a whole big hall room, okay, full of many students, other students. I was the last guy. Also, some other tables would get their food to my table to finish them. But eventually my weight didn't go up. So I came up with a conclusion, is that I am not special. I was just a Mr. fucking Snowflake. I just have 2 arms, 2 legs, and 1 brain, the same as others. The only difference that I can make is the actions, which I can control, nothing else. So I gotta be humble and then improve and become a better version of myself. A bro at the gym taught me how to do RDL. I thought that I didn't need his advice because I didn't see him. Okay, I hadn't seen him do that exercise once. But okay, fine. I'm gonna listen to him. So I got the barbell as close as the shin as he told me. I tried it and felt the hamstrings better. So it was an actually good cue for me. Not being arrogant anymore. Just take people advices and try it. If it doesn't work, leave it. Avoid it. If it works, just spam it. Easy to get better than most of people nowadays, bro. Just beat the shit out of them by doing the work. By actually trying, being humble. Okay, being intelligent, being smart on how to learn from people, and also being consistent, a hard worker. That's it, bro. Goodbye.